Everybody, it's Alex the Enabler over here on my second ever video. My camera's over here in the corner. It's fine, we got this. And we are going to be kitting up the Beekeeper Witch by Diamond Art Club. As you can see, I am impatient and I started working out of bags because I wanted to start working on her, and I have her legs and her adorable coveralls with the shorts of it done and the little flower on it. It's adorable. So I figured I would be kitting this up while I also answer a little bit of get to know me as a person, instead of just a random voice behind the camera, so that you have an idea of who I am. So I'm going to be kitting it up into this cute little suitcase that actually arrived today. It has 56 little containers. So 28 are the itty bitty ones. Don't know if you can see compared to my thumb how big that is. And 28 of the bigger ones. So I know that some bags only have a couple, and I'm hoping these will fit in the smaller ones. Some have a lot, and honestly these probably won't all fit in the bigger ones, but at least some of it will, and I can always put the rest in bags and put it to the side. So this is actually my first time ordering from Diamond Art Club, but from what I've gathered and what I'm excited about is the inventory sheet actually has all of the numbers, and it's a sticker. So I am just planning on, sorry, I know it's sideways, you're sideways, the world is sideways, but it's getting better. I am just going to go ahead and cut this out. And instead of trying to go find number 22 and match it up and put it inside a container, I'm going to start by grabbing a baggie, put that in a container, and then find the matching sticker. So this is the ABs, one of the ABs that came in it. It's number 2. It's this beautiful orange, and on top of it's kind of a pink yellow shine, and this is part of her hair. So I'm wondering if this will fit in a smaller container. Now, the ultimate question is, can I do this without dumping all of these beads literally all over my dining room table? Listen to that sound. Hashtag satisfying. Alright, so they will not all fit in a little one, but a fair amount did. About half of the bag. So, let's drop some. Not too many. Probably 6. It's better than I thought. So the number one question on the list of questions I'm reading off the internet to get to know me is, first of all, let's start with my name. If you couldn't tell by the title of the channel, my name's Alex, but I used to be called Alley Cat as a kid because I was that kid who ran around pretending to be a cat. It's probably one of the least weird things about me, but it's who I am. And I also go by Bones. So if you want to get kind of spooky, you can call me Bones, you can call me Alex, you can call me Allie. Don't really care. The second question on the list is, look how cute that is. And it's going to go right up here in the top. Can you see that? We'll do the second AB next. And that's this, look at this yellow, y'all. Oop, box fell over. It's yellow, and it's just kind of iridescent. It doesn't really have a color shift other than just pretty. The second question was, when is my birthday? And it is May 8th. I am 28 years old. What's fun is I was thinking about this question on the drive home from work, and my brain said, "Oh, I'm 29," and then realized I am not. So that's who we are. Yeah. Those ABs, they were just a little bit, so it filled up the little container nicely. The next question is, what is my favorite animal? I don't really have one. I like snakes. I think snakes are really cool. I actually would love a pet snake, but I can't have pets where I live. Not even if they're reptiles. I like sloths. I think sloths are really cool. Those legs are my husband's legs walking into the room. He is coming to ask if I'm ready for him to cook dinner. And that is my favorite question because the answer is usually yes. So sloths are really cool. I actually really like elephants. I was able to hang out with elephants on a trip to Thailand a couple years ago, which is really cool. Did you have a question for me, husband? You're no longer in the camera.
No, I was just going to go on. What was that?
If you could wait a few minutes to start cooking, so I can finish this without any pots and pans binging. But I do appreciate you and your food. Go ahead. I would pretend that's not something that would happen around here a lot, but it is. And I'm okay with it because I love him. So elephants are really cool. Sloths are really cool. I really do not like, don't know if I said this. I don't like spiders. Spiders can go do something extinct. They can go extinct. We are now working on number 3830. The symbol for that is a V. But the trip to Thailand was really cool. I went by myself. I went for 2 weeks. And it was scary. It was overwhelming. But it was also just a really cool experience. The people were really, really welcoming. They were friendly. I never really felt unsafe. But I did feel homesick. So it kind of made me appreciate what I have. And there's our next one. I don't know if I originally mentioned this in my unboxing, but this has 35 colors in it. So the next one we're going to do... Do you think this will fit in a small one? Let's see. So the next question is, what do you do for a living and am I in school? Well, I am trying to be in school. I applied for an online college a couple weeks ago. I want to go back and get my bachelor's. I would like to do women's gender and sexuality studies and potentially work in somewhere like a homeless shelter or a domestic abuse shelter, somewhere I can really help people. For where I work right now, I am working that wonderful job called retail. I work in the local mall where I sell people things like picture frames and then we engrave it. So it's still, I get to be creative and it is not a bad job. It's just, I want to be somewhere where I can help people. So hopefully I find out in the next couple weeks if I made it into school and when classes will start. It'll all be online, so I'll be able to continue to work full time and still go to school. The next question is, if I could travel anywhere in the world, where would I go? Everywhere. I would love to visit Machu Picchu in Peru. I am struggling getting the sticker off of the paper. I would love to go to Costa Rica. I want to go ziplining through the jungle. I want to go, I just want to live in Paris for a year. I would like to visit more of the U.S. I have only ever gone as far out as Chicago, and I visited my best friend in Seattle a couple times. We haven't like explored Washington at all, so I'd like to explore more of the U.S. Look at that bright yellow. This is S. But I've only ever traveled internationally once, and that was to Thailand, like I said a couple years ago. I was supposed to be going to Ireland the summer of 2020, but, well, we all know what happened summer of 2020, and traveling plans. So, I think, like, travel vouchers are a thing that was supposed to happen, so hopefully next year I end up going to Ireland. I'm taking my oldest little sister. So I've told my sisters basically when they graduate high school, I will pay for them flights to wherever they want to go, within reason. They can't, Elon Musk can't go to Mars. But if they want to go to, I toss that aside without writing down the number. If they want to go somewhere, I will pay for them flights. They have to pay for what they do there, so I'm not paying for what she does in Ireland, but I will pay for her to get to Ireland. So hopefully next year's Ireland, and I have 2 other sisters after that. I believe one is planning on France, and I'm trying to convince the other one to go to Morocco. That's another place I would love to visit, is Morocco. I just feel like Marrakesh is so, like, it just looks so colorful and vibrant. It's somewhere I would love to go. Next question is, what was my favorite subject in school? Definitely history or English. I'm good at math, but I don't necessarily enjoy math. I like math because it feels like a puzzle sometimes, but I almost failed geometry. This is kind of like an ochre color. There we go, focus. So, I was good at history and English. I am okay at things like math. I don't really like science. I appreciate science for everything it's done for us. Don't get me wrong. I'm just not very good at science. I'm kind of one of those, I tried it and it failed, so you don't want me to be your doctor. I enjoyed art and music class. I just never felt like I was particularly good at. I can't sing to save my life. I will sing for you if you would like, but I can't sing to save my life. This is 780. So, I was never big on it. Was never very athletic person, so a lot of people are like, oh, PE or recess is my favorite, and I'm just like, I was that kid who always sat on the side of the playground and read a book instead. So, do I have a big family or small family? Well, I guess that depends on your definition. We are not the Duggars by any means, but I do have 3 little sisters. My grandma was one of 7. My grandpa was also one of 7. Or was he 6? Either way, Christmas got a little crazy whenever people were buying for all the cousins and all the aunts and uncles had to be bought for. But local family, like family that's actually related to me, I have my sisters. One of the sisters just had a baby, so I have a niece now. I have no first cousins. I have 1 blood aunt, and that's pretty much it. But I want a large family. I think family is everything. It's everything. Our next question was, what genre of music do I like best? The answer to this question is yes. I listen to pretty much anything, assuming I can understand the words to it. I really enjoy show tunes. Hamilton is something I listen to at least once a week. I listen to it on... Oh, well, those dumped everywhere. Did you see that? I listened to it on shuffle. See, I talked about Hamilton. I got distracted. I listen to country music, as you can probably tell from my accent. I am from the South. I'm from South Carolina. So I grew up on country. Pop. I don't listen to heavy metal or like hard rap. So if I can't understand you, then I probably won't listen to your music. But if you tell a story through your music, I'm here for it. I will listen to it. Sliding this all over the place. Should we turn it this way so you can actually see the image as I'm working on it? Well, I'm not working on the image. I'm working on the image. This is such an interesting hobby because it's so much like prep work ahead of time in terms of kitting it up, and then you have to kit it back down again and kit up every new one. But I actually like this part. I think going through and looking at the colors and plotting out like, where do you think this color is going to go, and just, as Rocky Horror Picture Show would say, it makes me shiver in anticipation. Y'all distracted me. 783. I forgot which number we just did, and that would have been very bad. Because then I really would have had to just sit there and think, where is this supposed to go? We're good. Let's turn it towards you. The next question on our list is, how do I like to spend my free time? Well, if the 22 by 22 inch diamond painting in front of you is an answer to that, I don't really know what is. No, I'm just kidding. I'm a huge reader. I love to read. I mostly read young adult. I like fantasy, like young adult fantasy, romance. I love me a good historical romance, a good paranormal romance. Oh no, I ripped my sticker. Tragedy. This color is going to try to fight me the entire way, I can tell. So, love me a good fantasy, love me a good romance, either historical or paranormal. Do you think this will fit in there? Let's see. I like to craft. I love going on road trips. I actually don't mind driving, and driving for a while. When I go down to the Lone Star Retreat, hosted by the Crafty Heifer, which love that name, but also I'm just kind of like, am I allowed to call you that? It's going to be an 18-hour drive, so we'll see if I manage that straight or have to pull over and take a nap. I really enjoy podcasts. I enjoy mostly true crime podcasts, so that's also something I do with my free time. My friend and I are talking about hosting a podcast. It would be called the Blasphemous Bible Study, and we would be basically, she is a major in grad school, learning about theology, and she's been a Christian all her life, and she's just really knowledgeable about the Christian faith, and I really am not. I wasn't really raised Christian. So basically, we would come together and I would ask her all those horrible questions you're not supposed to ask or wonder about, and be able to ask her and get those kind of answers, and not like, and have somebody who knows about this stuff answer it without having your pastor look at you and ask, well, what the heck is wrong with you? Though if your pastor asks you what the heck is wrong with you, maybe you should get a different pastor. I don't know. That's up to you and God. So now we're getting into the big ones where I may be able to do 2 canisters because so many of them fit in the small, and I have none of the big ones filled. Let's start with that. So the first one we're going to do is this one. I'm deciding which one of these I want to put in first. Let's start with 414. There's a lot of that. I had 2 canisters in this little thing. I could have used this organizer, but it only has 20 spaces, 28 spaces, and didn't have nearly enough room. And I had already ordered the other case because honestly I thought it was pretty. My favorite color is purple, so, and it has sparkles on it. And like, I don't know if you can see the sparkles from the camera, but there's sparkles on it. I thought it was appropriate considering it's going to be used to hold diamond painting supplies. I have no idea how long this has been going on. I am so sorry. 21 minutes. I am so sorry. But I'm not. I'm going to keep going. So if you stop now, I would not blame you. But if you continue to the end, maybe I'll do like a giveaway or something. It'd be kind of cool. Because like 2 of you will enter. So stay to the end. Maybe you'll win. We'll see. I'll let you know. The next question on our list is, am I a morning person or a night person? And I am 100% a night owl. I am working on changing that so I can work as a normal human being who, you know, most people think 9 to 5 is like the correct time to be awake. And I'm more of a noon to 3 a.m. kind of person for being awake. Yeah, I am not a morning person by any stretch of the imagination. What is my favorite holiday? Is another question on this list. And it is one that just passed. It is Halloween. And I have an even better reason to love Halloween now. Because this is part of the coveralls for this image, by the way. Because my niece was born on Halloween. And, she's gorgeous. And I love her so very much. I haven't met her yet. So my family lives in Illinois. I live here in Jersey. And so, obviously, that's a 16-hour drive. And while I'm willing to do it, I have work and couldn't do it immediately. So, I am driving up for the holidays for Christmas. I'll be driving up so I can meet baby Sophia. Can you see this? Okay. Oh, it's everywhere. It's everywhere. I've already, so the baby is what, 12 days old, 13 days old at this point, and I've already called my sister up and been like, put my baby on the phone, I want to talk to her. And my sister's like, she's literally an infant and can't understand you, right? Yep, I know that, but I still want to talk to her. I don't want her growing up without knowing me. So, I'm very excited, to meet the baby. And get all those baby kisses in as safe as possible. I told, basically, we are going to be quarantining as much as possible the 2 weeks before we go so that we can do some hugging and some baby kissing without having to worry about it. Because that's the time we live in. This is more coveralls. There's a lot of the coverall. I think there might be a second bag of that. It's 413. There it is. Another question is, it's kind of a hobby one, but I'm going to continue it into what other crafts I work on. So I have been doing diamond painting off and on for about a year now. My first one was diamond dots. It was a frog that was a partial, but it's still, the frog area is pretty significant. And I finished that one. I then moved on to do a partial. It was a cat. I did that one for one of my housemates. She has that framed in her room now. Oop, it's dropping. I then worked on the Diamond Dot Girls at the Piano. It's a diamond painting of the famous Renoir painting. It's huge. Well, it felt huge than, what I'm looking at now compared to this. I tried sliding that in, and literally all of them just fell off the paper instead. So that's where we are. But it's still, I want to say it's 26 inches by 20 inches. And it wouldn't have taken me so long, but I stopped working on it for several months. And finally just came back to it 415. And knocked it out. And that just kind of solidified. I really do enjoy this hobby. That's, again, more for shorts. I have pretty much dabbled in all of the crafts. I have done jewelry stamping. I make artist trading cards, which are ATCs. I have a Cricut, so I've made some shirts. So my family, most of us are part of the LGBT community, and we had made shirts that said Rainbow Runs in the Family that I made on the Cricut. Then I crochet. I can crochet. I don't do it very often, but I can. Yeah, that is a skill that I have. I know how to sew. I have a sewing machine. I cannot sew a straight seam to save my life. So do not ask me to make you a quilt, because I can't. I have dabbled into watercolor. I have made candles. I've basically dabbled in pretty much everything. I'm basically that, expert of none? Jack of all trades, expert in none? Something like that. So I made the joke to somebody that was basically, if there's a craft you want to try, let me know first, because I probably have the stuff for you to start it. Doesn't mean that I can teach you how to do it, because I probably gave up because I wasn't very good at it myself. But I probably have the tools for it. I would actually, my next thing I would love to try, but I'm afraid of jumping into because I'm an all or nothing kind of person, is resin art. I think resin art would be really cool to make. I love watching resin art unmoldings online. Okay. As we get closer, if we hit that 30-minute mark, which we most likely are because that's only 2 minutes away, I will probably stop the video here, fast forward it, and then come back and show you all of the drills in their little trays. I love that sound. Oop. Too many. This is her hair. That was 7:42. Sorry, my arm's in the way. So questions for any of you guys who would want to watch this for some reason. For a budding YouTuber, other than not holding the camera sideways, which technically I'm not holding the camera, you're on my computer and you are sideways from where I am. and my arms are coming in from the side of the screen. Do you have any recommendations for tripods? Should I have a microphone? I don't know how well you're going to be able to hear me throughout this. I'm just a naturally pretty loud person, pretty loud speaker. So I don't know how well you're going to be able to hear me. Hopefully, fairly well. If not, I just sat here talking to myself for 30 minutes. Which, weirder things have happened, I'm not going to lie. Sorry, I keep saying, this was 100% not pre-scripted. If that wasn't abundantly clear. This is part of the background. It's this white. So, anything that you want to see, anything you want to know about me, anything that you recommend for a brand new YouTuber, I would love to hear it in the comments. If you have watched till the end, you are a trooper by half. Comment what nickname I go by. And if you do, then, maybe I'll reach out to you about doing something for you. Maybe, I know I have ordered some scented wax from Etsy, so maybe I'll send you a sample of that, see how it comes out. We'll see. We'll see what comes out of it, if anything happens from it. This is the white for the sky. We actually have 2 bags of that, so I'll leave the other bag to the side. But I am going to cut this now, because I have said, approximately 327 times, and I will come back and show you the full unboxing. Not boxing. Wow, y'all. The full kit.